We just had to go and do something else by the Kinks, didn't we? No, really, that's what it's called. Something else by the Kinks. Hi guys, welcome to Lee Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. Bang. I know I am. And we are back. Like I said last week, I think I'm going to be phasing out the Who Wednesdays. They're still going to happen like twice a month, but it's not going to be a weekly thing. And they're going to be replaced by the Kinks. So it's, one British band for another from the same time period, I guess, So it should be interesting. I haven't really dived into them as much as I have with some other bands, so I'm glad to have some new seas to, sail in. So we're doing 2 tracks from their 5th album, I believe. That's crazy. This is their 5th album. What year was it? 67, right? Yeah, 1967. Man, it's often referred to as just Something Else, but it's called Something Else by the Kinks. Waterloo Sunset was the single from it, and obviously I have heard that track and I absolutely love it. Some of my favorite tracks by them. We're doing the first track, which is David Watts, and then the track 3 on side 2, which is Afternoon Tea. This is courtesy of our patron, Richard, I believe. So thank you, Richard, for your support. I truly appreciate it, my friend. I really, really do. And here we go. I'll link my Kinks playlist above my head. And there's nothing else left to be said. And David Watts by the Kinks. 3, 2, 1, go.
This is the master.
Nice and smooth.
Champagne, and I have never met the Queen, and I wish I could have all he has got, and I wish I could be like David Watts.
That's awesome.
And when I lie on my pillow at night, I dream I could fight like David Watts, and lead the school team to victory, and take my exams and pass along. Wish I could be like David Watts. Wish I could be like David Watts. Conduct my life like David Watts. I wish I could be like David Watts. Fa 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 fa.
Who's David Watts? My only question.
He is a head boy at the school. He is the captain of
Thanks,
the
he told me.
team. He is so gay and fancy free, and I wish all his money belonged to me, and I wish I could be like David Watts. And all the girls in the neighborhood try to go out with David Watts. They try their best but can't succeed, for he is a pure and noble breed.
That bass,
Wish I
wow.
could be like. Wish I could be like. Wish I could be like. Wish I could be like.
This almost has some Who vibes to it. That was fucking awesome. I want to play that one again, to be honest.
Won't be the
That was one of those
same
tracks.
without Madonna.
Afternoon Tea.
At night, I lie awake and dream Madonna. I think about that small cafe. That's where we used to meet each day, and then we used to sit a while, drink our afternoon tea. I'll take afternoon tea. Afternoon tea. If you take it with me. Afternoon tea. You take as long as you like. I like you, girl. I take sugar with tea.
There's a little bit of Beatles in this. Just a little bit, though.
Take milk if you please. Afternoon tea. like you talking to me, because you ease my mind. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba.
There's some moody blues in there too.
Tea time still ain't the same without Madonna. At night I lie awake and dream of Donna. I went to our cafe one day.
Hi-hat, damn.
They said that Donna walked away. You think at least she might have stayed to drink
groove in
her
this is just killer.
afternoon tea. I'll take afternoon tea.
I would walk so confidently to this.
You take it with me.
Big stepper.
Afternoon tea. You take as long as you like, because I like you good. I take afternoon tea. Afternoon tea. Every day of the week. Afternoon tea. Please come along if you like, because I like you good. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba.
What an excellent track.
Ba 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 ba.
No notes on this one.
Ba 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 ba.
It's very interesting how they're like easily contemporaries of like the Who and the Beatles, but at some points they sound like a crossover between the two. Maybe some Stones throw it in there too. You know what I mean? Like it's but then it's also its own thing. Like it's not like it's a copy of anything or even like homage. It's just maybe it's just the similar British invasion sort of sound. You know what I mean? And they do it so well. Like knowing that Waterloo Sunset is the last track on this album. Now I've heard the first one, which is kind of a scorcher. That's one of my favorite tracks by them now, because it's like a quick like punch to the face basically. It's like 2 minutes long, but it's that's a barn burner for them. You know, like I love when they kind of get like that. They had some Who elements in that. I think that's funny that I brought them up in the beginning, and then that song it kind of had some Who tendencies there towards the end. There's a little bit of aggression in there compared to some of the other Kinks stuff I guess I've heard, you know, because the second song, which that was more of the style of the Kinks stuff I was expecting, but it has I don't know, man, it just has that overall atmosphere of that era, you know, like it almost feels timeless in a way, but it also does feel like very much of, you know, the mid 60s, late 60s British sort of invasion type stuff. But it's so funny though that all that stuff was great. It's so funny to me that I went into this channel not really expecting much. I'm not gonna lie, if I'm gonna be honest. I thought that I was gonna listen to some songs and be like, okay, that's cool, you know, not have like my whole world flipped upside down basically musically, which is basically what's happened. Because it's funny, like, I still listen to my music, you know, before the channel sort of stuff. Like there's a before and after the channel, but now I basically supplemented most of that with a lot of stuff from this channel, and my music listening is good, and it's all thanks to you guys, and I'll never not be grateful for that. Like seriously, to share one's musical tastes and, you know, interests and such in art is it's priceless, to be honest, because everyone's experience is different, and you sometimes can't recreate those experiences, like those first ones. You go your entire life chasing that first high or that first rush you got, be it from drugs or a song or anything, you know what I mean? And you're never going to get it. You're never going to get that first feeling again, but you will spend a lot of fucking time trying to get there, and I'm speaking from experience. But yeah, that was a great two for Richard, seriously. David Watts would be David Watts, excuse me, would be the one of the two that I'd say is my favorite, but I did like the little Beatles influence kind of halfway through in the second song as well. I don't know. I don't think this is like a concept album or anything, or there's no like underlying theme to it. But David Watts, what a track that was. So, written by Ray. I don't care about that. I just want to see the background. The song is about the singer's great admiration of fellow schoolboy David Watts, who appeared to have a charmed life. There is an undercurrent of either deep envy or, as AllMusic put it, a schoolboy crush. Okay. It is also, as John Savage has written, one of Ray Davies/Davies' sharpest homoerotic songs. Despite this, Davies/Davies has commented that he sought to keep the lyrics ambiguous. When it comes to songs like See My Friends or David Watts, I like to leave their meaning open. In my book, I wrote about how David Watts is about a gay guy, but part of the thing is also like having admiration for the head boy in school. I try not to come down on one side or the other. Interesting. Huh. See, I caught that line when he said that in there, and I didn't know if he meant it in like that way, or he meant it, like in the happy British sort of way, So that kind of, it does shine a different light on the song in a way, I guess. If you want to analyze it lyrically and, thematically, I guess. But to be honest, I wasn't even really listening to the lyrics. Like, I was, but man, that instrumental is tight. The drums, the guitar, especially the bass, man. The bass is just so good in the Kinks songs. That's like one of the most consistent sounds throughout their catalog I've heard is the bass. It's always on point, like, seriously. But for 67 too, like, that's a great combo of sounds basically right there. So it was Mick Avery on drums, Peter Quaife on bass, Dave Davis/Davies on electric guitar, and backing vocals Ray Davis/Davies on lead vocal and acoustic guitar, and also Nicky Hopkins on the piano for that track. Interesting. Mr. Hopkins gets around, and I'm glad he did. He is excellent. But yeah, I'd say that, even though that I wasn't like trying to like analyze the lyrics, I do see what that song was kind of getting at, and I don't really have a comparison for that, to be honest. I really don't. But for the envy of someone who's head of school, either I was the head of the school like I was when I was younger, or I was so in my own world I didn't care, so I didn't really have any envy of anybody in school. I had envy of the drug addict kids, to be honest. I'm being honest right now. This is like honesty hour, as always. I envied the kids that were bad because I was good. I was a goody two-shoe kid, to be honest, when I was younger. It may not look or seem like it now, but believe it, I was a little I was a class clown, but I was a little bit, nerdy, and I stayed to myself, and I had plenty of, I was social, but for the most part, I was very smart kid, and then my dad died, and things got turned upside down, basically, and I started envying the wrong people, and, like, putting them on a pedestal, and, like, I want to be like that. But why? Like, why did I want that? Why did I want to destroy myself? I guess I didn't know in the beginning, or maybe I did. I guess we'll never know. But I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to make this some fucking sob story. That was great, though. Seriously, thank you, Richard. I think I'd have to go with the first song as my favorite. I did enjoy the guitar in the second one as well, but the vocals, definitely solid in the second track, but I think the first track was a little more solid with that, to be honest, because, like, it was just so in your face, like, especially for the Kinks, So for I guess the first replacement, Who Wednesday, that first song worked great. And hopefully we can continue with this album if you think that's a good idea for our next Kinks Wednesday. That's my first time saying that. There you go. The first Kinks Wednesday. If you think you have an idea for next week's video, like a combo of songs or just one song, anything like that, let me know in a comment down below. I really appreciate it. We have a Patreon and an awesome community. We'd love to have you. We've got over, I think it's over 600. Like, it fluctuates, but I think we're over 600 still. And we'd love to have you. We have a Discord server, and if you want to get a video just like this during the $30 tier or up, you get 1 to 2 free requests a month and access to everything. I've got a gigantic library of Patreon exclusives, probably at least 50 videos, maybe more, to be honest, and full album reactions, all kinds of stuff. So go check it out. Bye-bye.